Hello and welcome to Newsbreak. I'm your host, Nick Steffens. Getting into today's top stories, Mike Zahs has set up his collection of nativities at Hillsbank in Washington after days of organization. In total, the displays include 2,536 nativity sets originating from over 100 countries. While Zahs had set up around 100 of the items around the holidays in recent years, bank representatives said they started planning a full display as far back as 2019. Zahs said he began his collection in 1952 with a 25-cent nativity from his aunt, which is included in the display with its original box. Once he started actively collecting, word spread, leading friends and students to bring him sets from around the globe, or donate family pieces they couldn't maintain themselves. Zahs claims that it's the largest collection in the world. Guinness World Records pins that the title to a collection of 1,802 sets housed in the Museo dei Sogni e della Memoria in Feltre, Italy. The record set in 2009 falls over 700 short of Zahs' display. The display stays up until February 1st and officially opens up to the public today, December 5th. Zahs said groups who contacted him in advance could arrange a program. The display is also featured in the Washington Chamber's Candlelight Tour of Homes, which was on December 3rd and 4th. The sounds of Christmas carolers and sleigh bells filled the festively decorated downtown square of Mount Pleasant Thursday evening as Santa Claus brought Christmas to town. Families lined the streets of downtown as the evening began with a lighted Christmas parade led by Grand Marshals Jim and Marlene DePriest and the marching band. Children flocked to candy tossed by holiday characters like Cindy Lou Who, the Grinch, and a couple of Santas. The Mount Pleasant Area Chamber of Commerce recognized Axis Energy's cooperative's lighted Polar Express as the best lighted entry, HCHE's Charlie Brown themed entry as the best business entry, Iowa Wesleyan University's Christmas Story Flow as the best community entry, State Farm agent Ann Davidson's golf cart turned into Santa's sleigh as the best overall entry. Even before the last twinkling float passed by, a line began to form outside Santa's house. Dozens of children filed through to greet Santa, tell him their biggest Christmas wish, and exit the house via a bright yellow slide. Businesses around the square offered festively decorated window fronts, crafts, snacks, drinks, and plenty of holiday spirit for the duration of Main Street Mount Pleasant's Christmas in Pleasantville event. Traveling carolers visited Etc. Boutique, where Mimi Claus sat in a live window display, reading stories and performing magic tricks with children. Children wrote letters to Santa at Brown Shoe Fit, entering Marikai Day Spa. Guests enjoyed holiday treats and listened to 10-year-old Aria Lane as she sang songs including Leonard Cohen's Hallelujah. Iowa Wesleyan University will not only host the annual Holidays concert December 10th, but also invite singers of all ages to participate as choir members for the event. The Holidays concert is a long-lived tradition featuring chorus, orchestra, and audience participation with the Southeast Iowa Symphony Orchestra. Music for the event consists of contemporary and classical holiday varieties. Both children and adults may participate with the chorus as they perform 3 songs with just the adult choir and 3 with a mix of adults and children. Selected music for the adult-only choir includes Hallelujah from Christ on the Mount of Olives by Beethoven, Do You Hear What I Hear arranged by Harry Simeon, and A Christmas Festival by Leroy Anderson. The mixed choir will perform Glow by Eric Whitaker, Home Alone by John Williams, and Sing Noel, Sing Hallelujah arranged by Keith Christopher. The day of the concert, singers will rehearse at 10 a.m. in Iowa Wesleyan Old Main 300, enjoy musicians potluck at noon, rehearse at 1 p.m. with the orchestra, and perform the concert with the SEISO at 3 p.m. Interested adults may contact Bob McConnell at mccpesh@gmail.com or Jeffrey Phillips at seiso@iw.edu for additional information or to obtain music. Those wanting to include children should contact Children's Choir Director Christine Bergen at voicedoc49@gmail.com. We're going to take a brief break, and when we come back, we'll have the weather and sports.
Since 1905, Kelowna Cooperative Technology Company has helped our communities stay connected with the latest advancements in clear, dependable telecommunications services. KCTC provides rural Iowans with access to high-speed fiber internet, as well as phone, television, computer repair, and cybersecurity solutions. We're also proud supporters of local organizations and area schools within the community. KCTC, keeping Kelowna connected.
At the Capper Auto Group, we put our customers' needs first and understand that everyone is as different as the vehicle they select. We offer new Ford, Chevrolet, Buick, GMC, Jeep, Chrysler, Dodge, and Ram vehicles in a friendly environment that puts you in the driver's seat. When it comes to service, we maintain factory-trained technicians and competitive pricing. The Capper Auto Group still believes that service after the sale provides the best customer experience. Come see the Capper experience for yourself.
Hospice isn't a place, it's a type of care that focuses on living. Servicing a 7-county area, the Hospice of Washington County staff of nurses, social work, hospice aides, spiritual and grief support, volunteers, music and massage therapists are able to provide free end-of-life care where the patient lives. We write wills, give consent for organ donation, but rarely is there a plan for what we would want the final phase of our lives. At Hospice of Washington County, we encourage our patients to be in charge of their healthcare decisions while maintaining quality of life.
Hello and welcome back to Newsbreak. I'm your host, Nick Steffens. We have the weather and sports coming up, but first obituaries. Betty Ann Quinn of Washington passed away on November 29th at the age of 86. A private graveside service will be held at Elm Grove Cemetery. Beatty Petersheim Funeral Home is in charge of the arrangements. Helen M. Reshley of Washington passed away on December 1st at the age of 92. The family will be present to receive friends from 1 to 2:30 p.m. December 17th at the Jones and Eden Funeral Home. Kenneth F. Barr of Mount Pleasant passed away on December 3rd at the age of 91. A funeral service will be on December 7th at the First United Methodist Church. Kimsey Funeral Home is in charge of the arrangements. Judith Ann Alexander of Fairfield passed away on November 11th at the age of 70. A celebration of life will be at 11 a.m. Benner Funeral Home is in charge of the arrangements. Marion Long of Mount Pleasant passed away on December 1st at the age of 96. No formal services will be held. Olson Powell Memorial Chapel is in charge of the arrangements. That was obituaries. It is now time for the weather.
The weather is brought to you by Jacqueline Ariola, LLC.
Come visit Jackie in her new location downtown. She is ready to serve Washington and the surrounding community. Today will be the warmest day of the week. It has been 48 with mostly cloudy skies. Tomorrow temperatures will drop to 39 and it'll be cloudy in the morning but sunny in the afternoon. On Wednesday it will be slightly warmer with a high of 41 and there'll be partly cloudy skies. We might be waking up to some snow on Thursday morning. There's a 30% chance. The high will be 37, so that snow won't be around for long. And on Friday it'll be mostly cloudy with a high of 37. We're going to take another brief break, and when we come back, we'll have sports. Federation Bank is a locally owned bank providing award-winning customer service. We believe that we are more than just a federation of banks, but a federation of communities, serving Brighton, Richland, Wellman, and Washington, Iowa. Federation Bank's highly skilled staff is here to make sure you are able to accomplish your personal and professional goals, whatever they may be. Federation Bank, your family bank. Family owned and operated by Andy and Sarah Ross. Ross Auto has been your vehicle repair and maintenance headquarters since 1935. We specialize in all makes of cars and light-duty trucks. With our variety of available services, let us help you keep rolling and your vehicle operating efficiently. Services include general auto repair, alignments, brakes, fuel injection, and more. Schedule your appointment today at 319-653-5656. That's 319-653-5656. Hello and welcome back to Newsbreak. I'm your host, Nick Steffens. It is now time for sports.
And now, sports, brought to you by Fairway.
If one thing's for sure, it's that anytime Washington and Fairfield meet on the hardwood, it's bound to be a classic. The same held true when the two went toe-to-toe in Fairfield on Friday night. In a tightly contested contest, Washington held on for a 71-67 victory. 8-6 led Washington with 22 points on the night. Peterson finished with 17, and AJ6 had 15. The girls also played. From December of 2014 up until January of 2022, the Trojans had won 16 straight against the Demons. On Friday night in Fairfield, the Demons changed the narrative by downing the Trojans 62-32. For Washington, Leighton Messenger led with 14 points. She was one of the 4 Demons in double figures. Alex Murphy followed with 13 points. Adeline Long and Kendall Henriksen each had 11. And Washington will be back in action on Tuesday in their home opener against Pella. Fans of the Mount Pleasant boys basketball team were treated to a runaway on Friday night at Mount Pleasant Community High School. The Panthers were impressive from start to finish in a 66-42 blowout of the Bloodhounds to kick off the Southeast Conference schedule. It was Mount Pleasant's first win over Fort Madison since 2020. Higgins finished the day with 21 to lead all scorers. Aiden Ashton had 14, and Stroud finished with 8. Freshman Christian Stacy scored 7 points in the win. Owen Van Sickle finished with 6. Drake Anderson scored 4. Chris Ewald had 3. Carter Amos and Noah Lange each tallied 2. Mount Pleasant moved to 1-1 overall and 1-0 in SEC play with the win. The Mount Pleasant girls basketball team sure made it tough on hosting Fort Madison on Friday night, but the Panthers couldn't quite pull off the win in their Southeast Conference opener. Mount Pleasant challenged the Bloodhounds despite the absence of starting point guard Tristan Scholl, but Fort Madison escaped 41-36. Despite the loss, Andrea Laprieto had a nice night offensively, scoring 16 points and pulling down 21 rebounds to lead Mount Pleasant. Andy Scott scored 7 points in the loss. Alexa Fuller and Kate Schimmelfinnig each had 4, and Haley Parrott scored 2. Mount Pleasant fell to 0-3 overall and 0-1 in SEC play with the loss. That's the news for Southeast Iowa. I've been your host, Nick Steffens. This is the Southeast Iowa Union News Break, and I will see you next time.